Hi, Merry Christmas, and welcome to Christmas Around the World. Many of you may not know that birthdays were actually started as a Roman god's tradition, meaning they would celebrate the birth of a Roman god. And the very first birthday cake was actually created for the moon goddess. So there became a controversy within the Church of Christ whether they should celebrate his birth or not, because they didn't want to be like the pagans. So the church had decided that if they were going to celebrate Christ's birth at all, it was going to land on January 6th, which is the Epiphany, one of the church's earliest established feasts. Many countries around the world still celebrate January 6th as the actual date of Christ's birth, or to celebrate the Epiphany. In the early 200s and 300s after Christ's birth, many churches were just sporadically celebrating Christ's birthday on different dates. And finally, the church had come to a head and said, we have got to make an agreement where we celebrate Jesus' birth all together on the same day. The earliest mention of December 25th as Jesus' birthday comes from a mid-4th century Roman almanac that lists the death dates of various Christian bishops and martyrs. The first date listed, December 25th, is marked Natus Christus in Bethlehem, Judea, which means Christ was born in Bethlehem of Judea. And many people think that Christians took December 25th, which was typically celebrated for the winter solstice or around that time period as a pagan holiday, to draw the pagans in to Christianity. So are we really celebrating a pagan holiday when we are celebrating the birth of Jesus on December 25th? No, not unless we are celebrating pagan traditions, which we're not, hopefully. But we have become pagans in a sense of the gluttony that we have during this season, meaning the expensive gifts and the constant spending and all the things that we have to have in order to have what we think is a good Christmas, rather than focusing on the real purpose of why we as Christians have December 25th as the celebration of Jesus' birth. We need to look at December 25th as the day that we celebrate our Savior's birthday, his coming into the world and saving us. But we get wrapped up like presents, tightly bound by bows and glitter and Christmas trees. And those aren't such bad things. But sometimes we get overwhelmed with this idea that that is what's going to make our Christmas good, when Christmas is really about celebrating the birth of the Messiah, the birth of God in the flesh. And we forget, because we get overwhelmed by commercialism, by the idea that we have to have more things. We should be thinking and reflecting on what this day means to us as Christians. Whether we took it from pagan traditions or holidays doesn't matter. It's not an argument against Christ. What matters is that we are believers and we reflect on this day as one of the most important days in history.